we've just had the nod. Good evening, everyone. How are we? Hey, guess what, folks?
What?
It's not Friday.
It's not. It's
Wednesday,
bitches.
Shit, I'm supposed to be at work.
You're here now. Anyway, hello, good evening, and welcome to everyone that's joining us this evening. Thank you so much. As you can see, it's a bit of a different show tonight.
It is.
Yes, it is the Wednesday Bitch Fits.
Bitch fit.
And you can thank the beautiful Jenny Sin for that name. She came up with that in the pre-show chat there, so that gave us all a bit of a giggle. So we thought we would run with that this evening. So I hope everybody's well. And for those of you that don't know, us bitches, myself, Gailey, and Jules, are joined by the fantastic, wonderful Vaping Misfits. You can normally catch them on their own channel on a Sunday night, usually around 9:30-ish, where they discuss all things mental health, all things vaping, and a few shits and giggles in between. Anyway, why don't we go around and introduce ourselves? I think we will start with Kira.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
I was scared.
On the spot.
Hi, I'm Kira. I'm one of the Misfits. Apparently, I'm an honorary bitch, and I've just started doing reviews. That's me.
And she loves it.
Skip, you're on the BVL.
Oh, and I am on BVL. Skint's going to kill me for that because I forgot. Whoops. I'm on Bargain Rates. There we go, me.
It's all right, Kira. My bitches have got your back. They've sorted you.
Cheers. It's Christmas, and it's gone to shit.
That's life.
Well,
Pass it on, Kira.
I will pass it on to Jenny.
Well, I've been here before, so you should know me. Yeah.
Honorary bitch.
Also, yeah, honorary bitch. Also part of the Misfits, but most of you also know me from Jenny Sin Designs. Did the wonderful logo here on the bitches.
done a fantastic job.
And my tattoo, it still needs rest of work finishing.
Yeah,
absolutely love that you got that done.
Everybody take a moment, say hello. The fantastic vape heads are wonderful.
Love you.
Are in the room. Hi, Sean.
Hey, Sean.
Well, speaking of Sean's, I may as well pass that on to Sean.
There you go.
Hello, everyone. I am Sean Grizzly Vapes from the Misfits, and that's it. I don't do anything else.
I thought you were a part-time ballerina.
Yeah, I am.
You keep order.
I often do a few gaming streams as well, and I'm a knob.
And a very nice knob at that.
Yeah, you're our knob, so we'll forgive you.
I'll pass it to Matthew.
Well, you all know who I am. I'm on the Misfits. I'm also the troll on there as well, so you know me for that. And the pain in the ass that's on there.
He trolls live as well as in the chat, folks. So you
I do. I just troll everywhere. But I'm not an evil troll, so.
No.
No, you're a friendly troll.
Been a bitch's troll for nearly the full 5 years it's been going to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I shall pass that on to Jules.
Oh, me, when I was blowing.
Yeah.
When you
Nightmare.
Yeah.
No worse when someone interrupts you when you're doing that.
You know what I mean? I could have bit. So everybody, you know me, Jules, the quiet, shy, retiring one out of the bitches who never says a word. I am like a fucking mouse.
I'll get fucking on, mate.
It's me. Gailey.
Yeah, it's me. I'm the one that's even quieter than Jules. Yeah, you all know us, bitches. So thank you everybody for coming in and joining us. I'm going to pass it back to our big bitch, Bonnie, because she's hosting tonight. So I'm going to sit here and enjoy a wee drink and a wee vape.
Oh yes, what we're drinking, ladies and gents.
Well, can I tell you a wee story?
Yeah, correct one.
If it's a quick one.
Right, well, so you all saw the show on Friday and I was having a wee drink. Well, that tended to go way further on after the show, didn't it? I ended up in the Misfits, Zoom with them till 5 o'clock in the morning. I was absolutely paralytic.
Oh, that was
Dan had to put me to bed. Dan had to put me
Honestly, right, you weren't that bad.
You weren't.
Oh,
You,
Until he
honestly,
stood
you
up.
did not seem that drunk.
do you know what? I'm a fucking gobshite at the best of times, but see when I'm drunk, I'm like. Anyway. So then, like yesterday, I had a bit of a breakdown yesterday, just with the stress and the pressure and everything to do with Christmas and all the shit that's been going on. And we came in from shopping and I poured myself a gin straight away. So I ended up gubbed again last night. So I am just drinking lemonade tonight.
Just lemonade. Well, I'm on pear drops, gin, and cloudy lemonade. And wow, it is so
Nice.
good. So
Nice.
good. But it's
Hey,
pretty.
man.
I'm on some naughty homemade red wine that I got off a customer.
Oh, nothing wrong with something made homemade. Like
It
the homemade
stinks.
stuff.
It stinks, but it tastes nice.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just on Lidl's finest lager, so you know.
Hey, Lidl's and Aldi stuff are fucking good.
I'm just on the copper bag.
I like a bit of
Always.
I absolutely love this lager. You get like 12 cans of it for $7.95 or something like that. You know, and they're like 500ml cans as well. They're not the silly wee small ones that you normally get, but
Can't be a bargain.
Not at all.
But yeah, this room right now sort of vaguely resembles a pub. There are so many bottles of booze sitting about because, you know, Darren was just such a great Christmas shopper. He just went and bought alcohol and chocolates.
Well, that's what you need.
You know?
I
So
think
good.
out.
Yeah. So
Who else hasn't said what they're drinking? Matty?
I'm not drinking. I don't know.
No, you don't drink alcohol, but you do drink.
Well, I've got a bottle of Jack Daniels stuck up there. So.
MBK's in
Really?
the room. Hi, Danny. How are you,
Get
sweetheart?
it opened.
You don't
Danny.
usually
What do you mean
drink.
get it open?
I've known you for
Oh,
years.
it's half
You
empty.
don't really drink.
Yeah, I'm halfway through that.
Yeah, but do you know what? I go back many years with you. As you know, we know each other personally as well. We've met outside of, you know,
Yeah.
and things.
Hmm.
And you've not been a drinker as such.
I don't drink very often.
No, so I'm quite surprised at that. So what's our gear on?
Ben.
Prosecco and Chambord because it's Christmas and I'm pretending to be
Nice.
posh for one night.
Prosecco.
She lifted her little finger up as well, did you say?
Yes, she's posh.
Oh, aye.
Posh
Yeah,
bitch.
it all goes to shit when I open my mouth though.
Right. What the fuck am I doing? Make sure you're on live chat, peeps.
Yep, and give us a wee thumbs up while you're at it because it all fucking helps with the analysis.
Yeah, we like it with the thumbs. Don't mind a finger too, but the thumbs are good.
Yeah, cheeky thumbs are always good.
So I can't get into see who's in chat, so I can't really go in and say hello to everybody. I don't know what's
Well,
up
I'm
with
just
it.
going to. I'll do a few shout outs just from.
Oh, I can do it now. Do you know what I mean?
Yep. Well, if you want to go ahead with the shout outs,
I'll do it then. I've got them up. Andy Summers.
I shouted twice. Woo!
Because I'm quiet, you see. Andy, Summers, Becky, Ben, Bill, my hubby, Dything, Flintman, Freerider, Gary. Gary's in. Hep, Jane. Of course, I have Jen and everybody else. Joker, Liz, Danny, Max, Rodster, our lovely troll Sainty, Sloaney, UK Andy, Irish, and Village. And if there's anybody else that I've missed, let's have a look.
Claire Bear's just.
Claire Bear. I'm going through now. People who haven't wrote when I was doing it, it won't come up. I don't know if I said Mike, but Mike, and if I've missed you,
Yeah, Mike's in.
sorry.
Mhm.
See? Hello.
Faye's just sneaking in there at the last
Right up the back. She's sneaking in behind.
minute.
Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson. Hello, Paul. Hi.
Dawn. Hello, Southpaw.
Hi.
So joining us, everybody. Really appreciate you coming in and joining us. It's really unusual for us to do a show on a Wednesday, isn't it?
It is. It feels really weird.
You can blame Kira for this, right? Because Kira said, I do remember this from a drunk conversation with her at the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Kira said, "Is there any more shows on like before Christmas?" And I was like, "I don't know." I says,
Would you like
we
it?
had kind of spoke about maybe doing a flash show, and
Mm.
she was like, "Yes." So that was great, and I forgot about it until this morning when Zan woke me up and said, "You're doing a show tonight," and I was like, "Am I? Okay."
We didn't know, did we? And it was put into our bitches chat show tonight. We're like, what?
No,
So-
well, I knew because we'd been talking about it earlier in the week.
Yeah.
Yes, I have already finished a bottle of Crack Irish. You're quite right.
This bitch is always like doing a flash.
It is Kira's fault. It's usually always my fucking fault, so it's nice that someone
Well,
else.
over at the Misfits, it's normally my fault, but we blame it on Sean and Matt anyway. But
Yeah.
Oh no,
We just take it. We just take it. Me and Matt.
Hashtag. It's like
Solidarity.
hashtag blame the bunny.
Oh, it's hashtag Bunny's fault all the time, regardless.
Even when it's got nothing to do with Bunny, even when she doesn't know about it, it's
She's
still
not even
Bunny's
there
fault.
sometimes, and it's her fault.
yeah, because it's the unwritten rule. You blame the person that's not there.
You know what I mean?
well,
Stub me
that's
toe,
usually-
and it's her fault. She's in Ireland.
Well, Zan and
Belfast,
Jules had
I'm
a miserable
sorry.
Christmas last Christmas Day because a few of us got drunk, and Bunny wasn't part of it, but it was Bunny's fault that we got drunk.
Did you mention last fucking Christmas? Let's not go there, because then I get the cross fucking face on.
Oh, chill your beans.
I can't.
Right, we're a whole year past it.
I want it. Do you know my funeral? It's got to be fucking mentioned.
It's got to be on her gravestone.
I want it mentioned on a tannoy, what you all did to me one Christmas.
Okay.
Hang on, what did you do?
We did it.
Oh,
to
Sean,
Zan.
you're gone there now.
Christmas.
They deliberately got so drunk. I say deliberately. Christmas I love, but birthdays and Christmas are really special. Stevie couldn't scratch his arse, bite his nails or anything Christmas morning. He
Well,
couldn't get up. He couldn't eat.
It wasn't a deliberate thing that we consciously said, right, we need to get so drunk that we're going to spend all of Christmas Day in bed and be ill.
Why are you laughing? Anyway, so in a temper tantrum, because Stevie couldn't even eat when I called him down for a nice Christmas dinner, I ripped everything down, all my decorations, my window stuff, the whole fucking lot, and binned it. So this year we've had to buy all new. So I've gone absolutely mad buying new.
Zan spent the whole of Christmas Day on his own with a ready meal.
And I spent the day on my own. It nearly ended in divorce with us.
Yeah,
it was
but it wasn't
Patsy's fault,
deliberate.
Dawn's fault.
It wasn't deliberate.
Nightmare.
How many times have we got to say we're sorry?
Forever. Is that Tandy?
Forever.
Hi, wife.
Ever going to live this down?
Forever.
Oh, she won't let us live it down.
No, I won't. I'm like a fucking elephant, I don't forget. Going to my grave.
So this year we've been a wee bit more organised.
Ouch.
This year we've been a wee bit more organised, and we've planned the piss up for Boxing Day so that we can actually see Christmas Day this year.
Yeah, and then I don't sulk and have a Mardy, and I'll join in with them then and not be all sulky when anyone talks to me over it. I might get over it then. Becky says I kill it.
Aye, right.
Hiya, Panzer.
I sense a lot of bitterness in the room.
No, I love, and don't get me wrong, I love Gailey, Dawn, because they and my husband.
It was me and Dawn and Stevie, right? Bunny had fuck all to do it.
I wasn't even there.
Fuck's sake, Bunny, man.
I love them to death, I really do. But
the best bit, right, was...
He says it's my fault because I wasn't there to stop her.
Exactly.
Exactly.
It was your fault.
You want to let them do it?
You should have
me almost bloody cooking.
No, it was dead funny, and Stevie had his wee elf jammies on, and it was adorable, and we were singing Christmas carols to each other, and it was like, I thought it was a great fucking night, but hey ho.
Yeah, it was probably. It was the next day.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, I know it was a bad hangover, but so
the day the bitches stole Christmas.
From me, I don't care about anybody else. It was my Christmas.
I didn't do it.
Anyway, moving along. Are you over it
on.
So, Misfits. What, were you coming on there to tell her to shut up?
Aye.
I knew you were. Right, okay, so Misfits. I've been watching your show for a long time now. I tend to ghost a lot of shows more recently, but I really enjoy your show. And we've been talking a lot, and I know that Bunny's in the show quite a lot and watches, and I know that Jules does too. So
I love the Misfits.
Yeah, tell the bitches viewers about why you decided to do what you're doing with the mental health support, because the mental health support thing is something that's very close to the bitches' heart as well. We've done a lot of that over the last 5 years. So why did you start it? Why did you feel it was something that was needed?
I think it was a case of we all struggle with our mental health. I've got to be honest. I don't think there's anyone out there that has a perfect diamond cut life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone's got the problems, and it was kind of a way to set up a place for people to come and just, vent or judgment free. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to say something in our chat room, you can say it, and there's no judgment whatsoever.
Ronnie.
I suffer with Tourette's myself, and I've got to be honest, the vape community is probably the first place where I've felt comfortable in my own skin. Because I've got to be honest, the vape community is fucking unreal. It is. It's an awesome community. Well, some of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And I got made to feel very welcome at Expo one year, and it's kind of a way of giving back.
Yeah, I met you at Expo. I remember meeting you.
Zan doesn't.
Zan doesn't remember meeting John. Zan doesn't remember meeting anybody, so you're not fucking special. Don't worry about it.
Zan wasn't there on the Sunday.
Yeah, you had never fucking met you.
I wasn't there on the Sunday. He was preoccupied.
We're not there, me either.
I met you.
You met me.
I thought I met all of you. I don't remember meeting Zan. Were you there in May?
May, there was one.
May
the May before, yes.
Yeah.
Right. May last year was whenever Zan surprised you with the trip.
That's right. Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah. It was that year that I met. It was that year that I met you.
Yeah.
Because I met you in October.
I would have met you in there as well, wouldn't I? Because I've met you a couple of times now.
Mm-hmm.
You poor man.
The thing with the Misfits as well, the Misfits ain't just for people on the screen. That's one thing I will say. The Misfits is the community. That everyone is a fucking misfit. I don't care what anyone says. No one's perfect. And that's what we've kind of tried to build. Kind of a judgment-free place where people can come and not be judged.
And that's so important, isn't it? I think for all of us that have mental health, we all need that safe place to fall. That that you can say what needs to be said, or you have to say without judgment.
It's a nice place to open up, and you don't get judged, like you say, and you get to know people in a different light. Yeah. If you know what I mean, because I've been watching the Misfits for a while. I've said hello the odd time, but I've never really opened up about things. I've started to.
Yeah.
Because I think most people know me anyway. But yeah, so UK Handy, hello.
I mean,
so, yeah.
I'll be honest, that's one of the biggest surprises. And I mean, these guys will tell you as well. One of the biggest surprises in the Misfits chat is everyone in chat. You see them in a totally different like anyone that's been in shows before and sat in chat and spoke to people in chat.
Hey,
you end up having like kind of running jokes going on with people and things like that, and you see a different side to them in the Misfits chat.
Yeah.
Because they kind of open up about things that have happened to them, and without mentioning any names, but like you see people come in that you would normally not think would talk like that, and then they're like, and you're like, fucking hell.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I think you've also made it like it's not a stigma. Do you know what I mean? You've opened that door again. I mean, not a lot of us don't class it as a stigma anyway, but with you opening that door that little bit wider, it's brought a lot more people in, because you've got a lot of people in chat who support you, because sometimes when I'm ghosting, I'm reading, you know what I mean, the things. You've got a lot of support and love there, and you show a lot of support and love right back to everybody who is sharing, and even the ones who aren't sharing. I know you love boobs, Tandy. There you go.
Tandy. Jenny, but you see Jenny, she's getting impressive.
Come on, we've got to do the boobies.
You can do it.
Jiggle.
I mean, that's the thing as well. We try to, like, a lot of the shows we have kind of a subject. We'll research it for a few days beforehand. Do you know what I mean? And get to know the subject, and then we'll talk about it as if it's normal to talk to. We try to talk about it as if it's normal to talk about.
Because it is, isn't it?
Well, of course it should be, but it's not in society.
Yeah, but I think the more that you do it, the more normal it becomes.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
more
And
accepted.
the more comfortable people then become about opening up. I mean, like, I have mental health issues, right? And people don't know me from the shows and all the rest of it. But what you see on this screen is not necessarily the real me. Do you know what I mean? It's what I want you to see. And we all have different ways of dealing with things and whatever. I'm not saying I'm any different off screen because I'm not. But do you know that way? It's like we all have different ways of dealing with things. And I'm naturally somebody who's very deep. I don't talk about what I'm feeling and thinking only with those very closest to me. And usually I go away and I figure it out in my own head and then I talk about it first. And I found like watching the Misfits and but that and also having the group of friends that we've got, kind of like the Zoom group, they've been a massive support and I've found it an awful lot easier over the last year.
I just want
to talk about my feelings, to talk through the emotions rather than just keeping it all in.
While you're on that sort of flow, Gail, I want to bring your attention to what Mike has just said in chat here. He says that he still has trouble opening up about his problems. He does occasionally, but just thinks to himself that everyone is enough to deal with without listening to his woes. I'm going to call Mike out in his bullshit now. We're all here to listen. That's what we are for. We are
for each other, good and bad times.
Yeah, I get it. There are a lot of people out there that have problems, some of which might be worse than yours, but that doesn't make your problems any less relevant, mate.
Yeah, a lot of people get like, they help out their own problems by helping out someone else.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
you know what, Jenny, you've just hit the nail on the head, because I was just about to say that is Mike Collins over the back, right? He's the first person there to offer help and support and advice, and he's the one that's the helper and the carer and like, so it's not natural for him. He's used to being the one that helps and supports. So you just need to fucking put your big boy pants on, Mike, right, and get over it. And I had to do it, and the reason that I'm saying it so harshly to you like that is because I now know and recognise the benefit of actually talking, the benefit of doing it, and not in any way where you're not comfortable. You've got to do it in a way where you're comfortable.
Yeah.
The benefit totally outweighs that uncomfort and discomfort of holding it in.
That's the thing with the Misfits as well. Honestly, if you ever feel like talking to anyone, you know, message one of us, or, you know, sit in chat, right? This is one thing I said ages ago on chat. Sit in chat. If you've got something to say, type it in there, but don't press enter. Don't press enter. And then if you feel the need to, press enter. Even if it's that one message you've put in, I can guarantee you'll feel better because you shared it.
Yeah. I'm one for hiding behind my smile, because I'm always laughing, joking, having fun. And we've done it on the Bitches show even the other week, didn't we, Gail and Bunny? You knew I didn't want to do the show. I've been in a low place. We still did it. As soon as Dan says we're live, I went, hi, back to, you know.
All three of us, like, being honest, all three of us before Friday's show were really, really struggling. We were, weren't we?
Yeah.
You know, we've all been, our depression, anxiety's been bad and whatever. But we'd spoke about it and we were like, no, let's go and do it. Because sometimes doing the show is actually medicine enough.
It's
sometimes coming on and doing a show with your pals and you get involved with chat and that, it can lift you.
We've all said it before about the Misfits, like we need the Misfits as much as the Misfits need us.
Yeah,
100%.
But in response to Mr. Mike's comeback, being obviously a typical male, saying that the big boy pants don't fit, Mr. Mike, you know where I live. All you've got to do is turn up on my doorstep and I'll put the kettle on and you can rant, you can rave, you can do whatever you like, but the kettle and the door will always be open there.
And you don't get that.
The only thing is the kettle might be in the freezer. Just so you know.
Don't talk about that, all right, Sean?
And make sure Mike hasn't had a curry.
Oh dear. Yeah, I've heard about that. I've heard that story as well.
Mike loves a curry.
Don't bother ringing the doorbell, just shout up.
She'll be the one hanging out a top window.
No, Mike does know where I live and he's not a million miles from me, so the door is always...
Yeah, I mean, Ben Brinkman's just said there, you know, get the Discord link. You know, if type it out. If you don't want to jump in the Discord, type it out. If you sat in a shit, I know exactly how it is when you're sat in one of them
big right
low mood and you get stuck in that moment, right? And what you're feeling, even if it's a load of shite and you can't understand what you're saying, just type it in if you don't press enter, don't press enter. But if you do, I can guarantee there'll be someone there that will say, "Oh, then son, we'll have a chat."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think that's what you got to do, support each other. And I've found that majority of people in the vaping community, especially as of late, the vaping community has been a great place with a lot.
It's been over the last few months. It's been so relaxed, and the community has come together, hasn't it?
It really has. It's a
big happy birthday to Tobro.
Tobro, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Dusty.
You kept that one quiet, dude.
Tobro, you need to jump in Zoom later so I can sort the juice out for you. Because Matt was supposed to remind me and I forgot.
I've reminded you.
That's fault.
Matt's fault.
No, boys, it was Bunny's fault. It was Bunny's fault.
Bunny, for fuck's sake, again.
I know, right?
You're a nightmare.
No apologies. Fuck you.
My bitch. There's my bitch.
No, I've got to admit, the Misfits have really, really opened it up a lot more. And I really do appreciate it. Even if I don't always say what I'm feeling, I'm reading stuff and hearing stuff from you all that's helping me with something I'm going through that I've not even shared. And it may just snippets here, there, and everywhere. I'm like, I can relate to that. Me and your husband, Kira, we have so much in common. It is scary.
I'd love for you two to sit down and actually have a conversation, you know. But I mean, I said to you the other day that, you know, I've seen you in a very different light, because obviously, you know, we've had the opportunity to speak, and you've, you know, on certain shows you've opened up a little bit more in the Misfits. And I think it's important to remind people that, you know, who you see on this camera, although it is still us, you're not getting like a persona, you know, you're still getting Bunny, you're still getting Gail, you're still getting Jules, Kira, Sean, Matt, whoever. You know, but you don't know what's going on in somebody's headspace, in somebody's personal life, or behind closed doors.
Exactly.
You know, and yes, we're all human, and it is very easy to pass judgment. And sometimes, no matter how much you try to not be a judgmental person, sometimes you do it without realizing. And mental health does play a big part in that sometimes. Not using it as a crutch, though, it's a completely different thing. But I do think it's important to highlight that, and I'm just glad that the Misfits have done what the Misfits have done, and, you know, other people in the vaping community are, you know, open to what we're doing, you know, because we could have been pitchforked out of here by now, but, you know, we're
I've got to be honest with you, as I said, you know, we've done charity things for Mind and whatever, you know, going way back, but there was a charity stream that we did, and it was Chris Empire in Mobro. And myself and we did the 24 hours. Yeah, and there was loads of people from the community all come on and off them, but I think because the nominated charity was Mind, and it was also cancer, but it opened a door for people to actually talk, and it's what you do every week on the Misfits now. But I very much noticed when we did that charity show, I was absolutely amazed at how honest and open.
I can't believe the dog has managed to do that. That is phenomenal.
This is where he sits, and I see as the show goes on, you're going to see me go like this because he rolls up my back to lie. Yeah, but you know, people are so honest and raw in the chat on that show, and you know, it really struck a chord with me. You know, I felt really privileged that, you know, I was part of that, and I'm sure you guys must feel that when you do the show every week, that, you know, people feel so comfortable that they can actually be at their rawest with you.
Yeah. Very, very humbling.
Yeah.
You know, people wouldn't open up to you if they didn't feel that kind of warmth from you. I know it sounds...
That's what I was going to get to. The idea that we've created something where people feel comfortable to share something that could be something that they will never share anywhere else. And ever.
There's some people in the, as much as we like them, I mean, there's people I like, but I wouldn't feel comfortable sharing some of my dark, deep problems. And I find that with you guys, you've kind of got that where people feel that comfort that they can just open up and lay themselves sort of bare naked into it. That's because that's what you're doing.
It is. It really is. It's like they lay themselves bare naked and they're like, "This is me."
Yeah.
And
that wouldn't happen if you all weren't warm.
No.
People didn't get that warmth from you. So that's a credit to the people, kind of people you are as well. Let's not forget that. You know, if you didn't.
So yeah. No.
Did you just shush me?
I did.
I think one of the things that stands out most for me is that a lot of people's mental health problems, a lot of people's past traumas, and like as you say, Jill, some of the darker stuff that has happened has made you the person you are now. And if it wasn't for that, you wouldn't be able to cope with half as much as you can now in comparison to say 20 years ago. You know, so a lot of you know, people's mental health problems and stuff like that, they do sort of shape what you become. But you do get the other side of it where people go the complete opposite and they close themselves off and they don't talk about it, which then in turn makes it worse. And I think having a community like this where people, you know, as we've always said, there's no judgment, nobody's put under any pressure to reveal their deepest, darkest thoughts. But the fact that there's always at least one person there that is willing to listen has really helped a hell of a lot of people. I know it certainly has helped me this year, because this year has been a shite year. And, you know, with one thing and another, the whole COVID thing, losing my job twice, you know, the stress of moving house and everything, you know, and I'm in and I'm settled now, and hopefully everything will gear up a wee bit better for next year, fingers crossed. But, you know I probably wouldn't have got through most of this year if it hadn't have been for the Misfits. You know, just watching your shows, chatting to you in Zoom and on Discord and stuff like that afterwards as well. You've no idea, honestly, how appreciative I am of it.
See, that's what totally
a lot more like me out there.
That's what totally blew my mind about it. When it was the idea of it when we first started, it was kind of, if we help one person, then job done. And it's like the amount of messages. I mean, you know, without mentioning any names, because I know the person wants to remain anonymous. I don't even know if he's watching, but someone sent me a package the other day of some vape gear, kind of to say thanks. And it's like, I never in a million years did I think I would kind of have that kind of impact on someone's life.
Yeah, that
by doing what we've done.
Isn't it an interesting thing as well, though, that you find, like yourselves, we've now spent time talking, you know, that way. Somebody with mental health, and you'll probably all agree with me, and whether you get mental health or not, a lot of us go through life worrying what other people think about you, and the judgment, and the being accepted, and, you know, not showing your vulnerabilities and that out there. And, you know, I think you have done an amazing job at being able to make people comfortable that they can do that. But I think a lot of that is, you know, a credit to you guys, because you are no different off show than you are on. You're not a group of people who are looking to take any sort of great, you know, look at me and all the rest of it, I'm doing this. It's not about that for you guys, and that comes across, and I think that's why people are so comfortable at opening up with you.
Not at all. That's the thing. It's a case of
do it for the glory.
Not at all. Never. It's never ever been about that. Never ever been about that.
It's not a thing, is it?
It's the same when obviously we moved the Misfits over onto its own channel, and don't get me wrong, we've shared the links out in places, but it's all been organic growth. That's all we're bothered about. You know, if people want, the people that we want to subscribe aren't the people that, you know, we don't want people coming and clicking subscribe just to give us a sub. We want people to subscribe because they want to watch the show. And don't get me wrong, not like I think we're 430 something subs at the moment. I mean, it's not something we follow all the time either. We're on 430 subs or something at the moment. We probably average on about 50 viewers a show or 60 viewers a show or something like that. And then, but we end up with about 400 views for that video.
Yeah.
So it means that like all the people that are there are actually watching the show, and that's kind of what we want with the show. You know, it's got to be relevant to you. It's pointless watching it if it's not going to be relevant, because that's what it is.
Absolutely. No, I mean, we agree with that, don't we, Bunny and Jules? Do that way. The Bitches has never been about the sub count. It's never been about the numbers or the popularity or anything. The Bitches has always been about us strong females getting together and having a place where we can come and we can talk about our hobby and our interests. And
I'm worried about the effect you're having on Kira. She's getting very strong.
You know what? Fucking suck it up, Buttercup. She's going to get worse.
She was a very strong lady first.
Yeah, Kira's amazing.
You're going to
she really is.
But you know, I'm saying that to you, and I'm not saying that to blow smoke up your ass. I'm really not, because you all know me well enough to know that if I think you're
I'll be honest, if someone blows smoke up my ass, it goes straight out my mouth, because I don't even realise people are doing it. You know what I mean?
But you know, I genuinely do mean that. I think he's doing an amazing job. I really do, and I think it's awesome.
We love the community, and that's what it is. We absolutely, genuinely, 100% love this community. Yeah. And I don't think you could do what we do if you didn't.
No, I think you're right. I think you've got to have a certain temperament, haven't you, to be able to do. Yeah. I mean, I've worked with mental health. I've got mental health. Do you know that way? I live with mental health. So you know, you've got to be of a certain temperament to be able to deal with that in the way in which you're dealing with it. Yeah, I get that. I get that. Go, Bunny.
Okay.
Go.
What? So, well, on that subject, have you any big plans for the channel or the show? Have you a particular direction you want to take it in for next year, or are you just going?
Well, we're going to turn up.
Oh yeah, okay, that's a good.
At some point.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, turning up's always a good start. So you know.
I mean, I'll be honest. I often go on and watch the show back. I'll watch our shows back, and I'll say, I said this to you today, didn't I, Gail? I'll every now and again I'll go on and I'll watch the show back, and I'll think, you know, is there anything we could change? Is there anything we could do to make it better or anything like that? And I genuinely don't think there is. Like, that's not being big-headed, but I think the Misfits is what it is. You know what I mean? It's not gonna, you know. I don't think it needs segments and all that kind of thing. You know, we're going on there to battle, like, I don't want to say a battle of stigma, because I think there needs to be, these know what I'm like about stigma. There needs to be a certain element of stigma, but I don't think, I wouldn't have said we have any plans really, do we? We've got a few decent guests coming on and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? But again, we don't see it like that. You know what I mean?
No. At the end of the day, we're four mates who show up in Zoom. We have a natter about things that are going on with us, and if people want to join in and open up, we can help with stuff. We can have a natter about that too. If you don't want to share, you don't need to. You can just sit off and watch us have a natter about our own stuff.
And that's the good thing. But that's where you are changing, and people won't see it. You're forever evolving, because people are bringing in more of their problems as well. Your problems change from day to day. So your show is evolving each time without you really realising.
That's a big part of most shows, though.
Yes, Ben Brinkman.
You do evolve, you do change, you do as you grow, do you know that way? And I'm not talking about growth as in your sub numbers, I'm talking about growth as in, you know, you finding your niche. And the Misfits has found its niche in its entirety, do you know what I mean? And a lot of shows, like, we're just three best friends that turn up and talk a lot of shite, right? Do you know that way? I mean, that's the way we see it, don't we, girls? It's just like, it's us having a bit of a fun on a Friday night to lead everybody into the weekend and a wee bit of a laugh and a joke. And that's the way we've always kind of seen it. And I'm sure that there's other shows and guys that do other shows that feel exactly the same way. They're turning up with their pals.
I mean, obviously next year there will be another Misfits charity live. So I'd like to think that we can either match the last target or smash it. I would personally like to smash it because I'm a competitive little bitch, but that's absolutely fine and there's nothing wrong with that.
If we're doing another charity Misfits show next year, are we going to see Sean strapped up to that labour machine again? Because that was fucking brilliant.
By all accounts,
you will be.
It's not just Sean.
It's not just me.
And the Misfit smoothies will get better. And
No, I'm out. No, I'm out.
Oh my God!
Just watching.
I mean, what we are looking to
watch
do.
Skint Show? Did you watch Skint Show on Saturday night? Did you see Nomad?
Nomad,
Oh
massive,
my God.
big hats off to him. Like,
full credit.
You know what? And if I'm honest, right, with regards to smoothies, I'll be honest. I'll probably pass the crown over to him because I've always been known as a smoothie king, right? And he finished all of that smoothie, so I'm quite happy to pass that crown and say he is now the smoothie king because I can never ever finish one.
Although he has said he's never doing another one.
It just means
he will be for the Misfits charity live. I can guarantee it.
You just got to up your game this time.
I don't even care if he says no.
He's getting no say in the matter.
Oh, here we go, guys. Tobro has just put in here. I'll take the smoothie challenge.
There we go.
It's not the first time he said he
Do you know what's mad about it, right? I've seen loads of people say it, right? But you have no idea what that feeling is when you see all that shit in that blender.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Tony,
it is.
Tony will regret doing it.
Yeah.
It's horrendous.
He's got
I
the
swear
balls
to God.
to do it, but
You know, Tony, you're a regular Misfit, mate. You can jump in Zoom with us and do that smoothie. In fact, if I'm honest, I'll probably go as far as say, you do the smoothie instead of me, mate.
I mean, that seems fair to me.
To be fair, though,
Yeah, I'm sure it does. Matt's sitting down here quietly in the corner, missing out.
Matt's doing a smoothie as well. He can fuck off.
Tandy's just asked for
Tandy, no, you really don't.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Just give her a little inkling of what sort of things go into one of your smoothies.
Tell what Nomad's
Right,
one.
the last smoothie I did.
He's in the room, guys. The Smoothie King is in the room. Good evening, Nomad.
I know, Nomad.
Yes, man. The last smoothie I did had I did it for Aiden Little Bro Vapes' Go Sober for October to raise. If I said if he hit £2,000, I would do a smoothie live on the show. And it had century egg, which is an egg that's been chemically fermented to the age of 100 years old. Then it had kimchi in it, but it was spicy kimchi, which is like infused with chili and all that shit. And kimchi is obviously fermented cabbage.
Mm-hmm. There's your answer. My wife has just said, "Fuck you, no."
It had horseradish in it. Horseradish. Which was the nice part. That's the nice bit. They've all got to have a nice thing you can put in. And what else did anchovies.
Anchovies.
Anchovies, beer, and milk.
And Nomads was tinned snails.
Jelly deals.
Tinned snails in brine. Baby garlic infused eels.
Oh.
He had pickled veg with chili, all mixed with wonderful coffee.
Yeah, a hell of a lot of coffee.
Yeah, a lot of coffee.
And I'm no on the booty hole. Did you read that?
Tandy's honestly truth.
To drink that, and I'm a no on the booty hole.
I love that. I'm a no on the booty hole.
And Sam, no, I can't do a Misfit smoothie. I'm not allowed to. Unfortunately,
there's all sorts we do on the charity lives. What we're planning on doing, we're planning for doing it for what would have been Expo weekend, which would be the first weekend in May. Because obviously there's going to be no Expo weekend. Nine times out of 10, on each of the nights, we'd all be sat up till like 3 o'clock in the morning, pissing all the residents off in the Premier Inn.
3
Pissing all the Premier Inn residents off. So we decided to do it like kind of the first weekend in May.
That's funny because we had been talking about doing one at the same time, but that's even better. We can relax and just show up and drink.
Aye. I thought you were going to say we could join him. I was going to say no, we can't. Not with this movies.
We'll do a bit.
I mean, I'll be honest. I take my hat off to anyone that's done a 24-hour. Honestly, I'd take my hat off to anyone that's done a 24-hour because I was.
The 24-hour was. Do you know the first 8 hours was the hardest? first 8 hours doing it was the hardest, and then once we hit the 8 hours and you hit the 12, and you kind of think, oh shit, I've got to do exactly the same thing all over again. Do you know what I mean? But I think we were really lucky because we had so much support. Do you know what I mean? And Chris and Mo and I, and Zan was up the whole 24 hours as well. And there was so
I was in chat the whole
time. Yeah, Newbear Village. There was so many people actually stayed up and did the 24 hours with us just in the chat.
There was some really touching comments in that as well.
Wake up again.
You do. You can go like that, and then you.
I've got to be honest. Village Vapor is awesome to have in chat if you're doing charity auctions. We'll say that he's a legend. He buys everything.
He's such a generous man as well. He really is.
He is. He really
is.
Do you know
people taking the piss of him because some people do take advantage of.
Nah, do you know what? I love that guy.
I'm not saying you are, but that's just brought me on something else, that we should also respect, people and not take the piss out of their kindness, generosity, goodwill, their good nature. Because they could be having problems and you're dumping up. You've also got to remember things like that.
Yeah. So you're saying like goodwill, good nature, and if it's village is really nice smelling beard. That's all I remember about them.
I sniff his beard.
Village is that generous, right? When we did our charity live in May, I think it was. Was it May this year or May last year? It was this year, wasn't it?
That was May this year.
It was
into March. Sorry, March 28th it was. Yeah. So when we did our charity live, we didn't get all the auctions done in that 12 hours. We honestly, the amount of outpouring of gear that we got sent to us to auction off was phenomenal, right? And we didn't get through it all on that night because we had a lot of challenges to do and stuff like that. So we went on
coming on saying, "Here, have this. Here, have this."
It was honest. I've never ever seen anything like it in my life anywhere. And we decided to do another one on the Wednesday. So we went on the Wednesday, and I said, if we hit a certain amount, I will do a smoothie. And that was the first smoothie I did, the first one I've ever done. And Village, I think there was something like 70 or 50 quid left to pay to get it up to that target. And I was adamant I wouldn't do it unless it hit that target. And Village went in and hit that final donate button and put whatever was left in to make me do it, you bastard.
Yeah, I remember that. I do.
Yeah, that's her joint. That's her joint. I know. Tandy Village's beard smells divine, honestly. We were all going round.
I'll tell you what it is, next expo, I'm going to have to sniff his beard.
If I remember.
It's this beard oil he uses.
It's frankincense, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
I'm going to pretend I'm the baby Jesus, and he can bring me some myrrh.
Yeah.
He does smell amazing.
Yeah, he's got to tell me if I'm right. I've got to try and remember that right. But I did question it.
Honestly,
no, he's a lovely guy.
Ivor says he's not a fan of beards because they tickle his taint.
He found that out the other week when me and him was. That's a different show. Sorry for a different show.
Just do whatever you do, put the in the shed.
Yeah.
Hey, it's funny that you should see a Chatterbait, right? Because the Misfits have been signed up to Chatterbait. I've never seen anything like it in my life. We've been signed up to Chatterbait. We have.
You lie.
I swear to God, someone has signed the Misfits up to Chatterbait.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah, phenomenal, isn't it?
Listen, you lot don't even fucking think about it for the bitches.
No.
Do you have the email address in the description? Do you have the email address in this description or not?
Stop you encouraging them.
I'm not on about them. It's me that's going to sign you up.
Don't you fucking dare.
Yeah, we got signed up to Chatterbait, so thank you guys. We always know that, you know, if we're ever single, we can, you know what I mean, mingle in there.
You know, if we go on there, we'll do a mental health show. We might touch some souls in there.
Oh man, honest, there's some helmets. That is one thing I'll say. The vaping community is full of awesome people, right? But there's some helmets out there as well. Love it.
Do we not chat a bit, wife? Chat a bit. And see me fucking sit in your hands.
Torbo said, "You're welcome,
It's
Grizzly."
nice to know that whoever did sign the Misfits up to that doesn't want us to be lonely.
Yeah.
That's thoughtful.
You know, if you plan on using the profile, just make sure the payments get sent to that email address and we can use them. It'll be fine.
Exactly.
I think it's exciting to know that the person that signed us up knows how easy it is to sign people up.
There you
Do you know,
go.
it's scary
If
that
it's
that
the
can
group
happen,
I'm
though, isn't
thinking
it?
of,
Make us
Oh,
OnlyFans next.
it's unreal. This is the thing, you know. What does it matter? Yeah, you've been signed up, whatever. You're not achieving anything by doing
It
it.
just means we're reaching a new audience over there. It's fine.
We have a giggle.
It's like it's the same thing. It's like when people give you thumbs down, you know, and you're like, cheers, thanks.
I'll be honest. I had this on one of our shows the other week. I tell you what pisses me off about thumbs downs is if people are going to thumbs down, it would be nice to know why they've thumbs down. Why can't you put a comment in chat? Is it because you're scared? Is it because the point that you're making is not relevant? You know, why not a comment in chat, but a comment after the show? Say they've went back and watched it, and we get exactly three dislikes every show, right? So I can guarantee it's the same people. And I said on the show, if you dislike this show, please tell us what it is that you dislike, and then we can kind of, you know, maybe look to see if there's something we can change or whatever.
Yeah.
But they don't. They just put the dislike on and think it bothers you. If anything, a dislike helps you more than anything.
You can
Absolutely.
even send in an email if you really want to.
Yeah.
But if they're putting thumbs down, they're
tell
watching
them
your
email.
show because it has to be watched for so long for it to count. So to me, you know, they're the ones wasting their time. I mean, if I didn't like a show, you won't be getting a thumbs down because I won't be watching it.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, you would tell someone if you didn't like. Say you went along to constructively critique a show.
Aye.
You would tell them why you didn't like that show, wouldn't you?
Well, I would hope.
Yeah.
But all you've done is made us a game out of it. It's like we see one and we're like,
I think it's great. I'd rather everyone dislike the show. I couldn't give a fuck.
We get it all the time, guys. Don't worry about it. It doesn't bother us neither.
Yeah, we don't care.
This is what it is. The dislike's irrelevant unless they tell you why they dislike it.
It all shows is activity on your channel, you know. But as you say, I mean, if it was for a reason other than somebody has heard that you're a bit of a tit and I'm going to give them a thumbs down because somebody such and such told me that they're a tit.
Yeah. Do you want to smell me tits?
Other than that, then it would be quite nice to kind of know.
Yeah, if you're going to give us a thumbs down, thanks for the view.
Cheesy, Sean.
We're getting more now. We've got 6 now. Cheers, guys.
If I have another glass of them wines, they'll be out.
Can I just say, Matt, please be quiet. You've not stopped talking.
I'm always quiet, you know that, John.
Because I ain't let him out of his box yet.
No.
Hey, Lou, welcome in, my darling. I hope you're
I know,
well.
darling. I hope you're well.
Oi, Chandler, get out your box.
Okay.
Cindy said he hits the thumbs down on the bitches every show.
Yeah, he does.
I see
Class.
Irish is
We're used to that,
denying.
Cindy.
Irish seems to be denying all this chatterbait thing a bit too much. You know, he's protesting a bit too much.
Well, Trowbro's saying there that he might set up a Misfits OnlyFans.
Oh dear.
Go for it.
Crack on, mate. Crack on. You know what I mean? You can sign in under a different profile there.
We can use the funds for more smoothies. Yeah.
That'll please you.
Oh, there we go. We're up to 10. Well done, guys. Keep it coming.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to take my like off and I'm going to dislike. Fuck it. There you go. 11.
That's 10. Somebody took theirs off.
Oh, you spoiled sports.
Oh, it's back up 11. There you go.
Well, you can guarantee one of them's Sadie.
But do you know what? At the end of the day, it's all traffic on your show, isn't it? So
Of course it is.
At the end of
Of
the
course it is. At the end of the day, like it's only relevant unless if they put a comment in or at least let you know why they dislike it. If they don't let you know why they dislike it, then it's irrelevant.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
It's not like we all come on here to sit on YouTube for somebody to give us a wee thumbs up for us to actually feel that we're actually all right people. Do you know what I mean? I feel all right about myself because I got a thumbs up. It doesn't work like that.
Nah,
No,
not at all.
doesn't.
Not
but
at all.
I'm not being funny. If you're a bit of a stubborn person, right? Like I am, to be fair, I can't help it. But if you get a thumbs down or a negative comment or something, doesn't it make you a little bit more kind of determined to go? Well, I'll crack on and do it again.
Yep.
Yeah.
We got it. There's a fucking point. We got an email, right? We got an email, right? We got an email,
Are
right?
you JP?
Exactly.
I'll tell you. Am I allowed to say the words on here? I don't know what you are allowed to say and shit. I don't know. Are you allowed to say anything on here?
Say what you like.
I got this email, right? We got this email to the Misfits email, right? From anonymous email titled Turbo Mongs, right? And the message was, get off the net. How fucking original is that?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Be creative. Type a sentence. Do you know what I mean? Type a sentence saying that, I think you're a bunch of dicks. I can't stand the way you go on. But get off the net. Sort your shit out, mate. You know what I mean?
Can I just go back here, because Tomac has typed in the chat and said, I wasn't going to comment, but when I say what I feel, I get nasty messages. In what way do you mean, Tomac? Do you mean on here, on Misfits? In what way do you mean, darling? Please tell us. Explain that a wee bit. Because I think that's something that we're very conscious of as well. We've never allowed any sort of bullying or any sort of nonsense in the chat. We don't feed into it. We nip it in the bud straight away. We always have done, haven't we?
Yeah.
As far as the whole drama thing goes, we try and avoid it as much as possible. We don't get involved in it or address it unless it really has to be.
We don't seem to have any bullying, and the only trolls that we have are Irish and Matt. Yeah, just Irish and Matt that troll. We don't have any bullies or anything coming up in chat. You literally just sit there.
Not being funny, you can't have a YouTube channel without someone piping up behind the scenes. You're
always going to get it.
It comes part and parcel.
Yeah, it does. You're putting yourself out there, so you're going to get the trolls of the world, the idiots who are going to try and put you down. But don't they realise that sometimes they're actually making you a stronger person because you're like, do you know what? I can rise above this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do you know what? See, at the end of the day, we're all adults. Let's just behave like them.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest now, right? I had a different. I mean, obviously, I knew Bunny before, but I've sat and spoken to you over the last few days, Gail, and I had a different impression of you to what I do now. Do you know what I mean? Because of chat and things like that, we've had like kind of personal conversations now.
Oh, Rocky.
And
fuck's sake,
I think that's the hard thing about the being in chat thing. Like,
yeah.
Oh, Chong's in. Fucking Chong's in. Cheech will be just now.
Oh, Cheech.
Helmet. Hashtag helmet breath. Honest.
Oh, you're right, but I think isn't that a thing for everyone? A lot of people don't know how to take me, right? And I'm well aware of that.
Yeah.
Because I can come across as quite an aggressive person. A lot of it's to do with my accent. A lot of it's to do with the fact I just say exactly what I think and things like that. And it's not an intentional thing, because I don't think I'm an aggressive person. I'm underneath it all, I'm pretty much of a big softie.
Yeah, I think you're honest. I think you're lovely, mate. Honest, I don't.
You know that way. It's like I understand what you're talking about, because a lot of people have had that misconception about me.
Yeah,
and I'm sure that I have probably prejudged people as well because of things like that. That's
We're
why
only human. Everyone does it.
That's why it's important, I think, that you actually get to talk
to people, know someone,
make your own opinions.
Irish Gail is not scary.
She is still scary. That's never gone. I still think she's scary as fuck.
No, she's not. She's a kitten.
Until I'm not.
Until I'm not.
But do you know, I am. It takes a lot for me to actually go. But hey, I'm sure everybody's like that, aren't they? Everybody's got their breaking point.
I think everyone's got a dark side, haven't they? Every person. There's no one you could know that hasn't had a dark side or had, got a past. And I think that's one of the things. Sorry to bring it back to the Misfits, but that's one of the things with the Misfits. Everyone has a past, right? Everyone has a past, how they have dealt with that past through their life is what leads them to be the people that they are.
Aye, that
And
won't
if
make
I'm
that
honest,
difference,
the worst past you've got, the worst the past you've got, if you're still here and kicking and
Batman, how you doing?
moving onwards,
Batman, good evening, sir. How are
you're
you?
probably stronger than the next guy.
You
Yeah.
have to say that when Batman came in, didn't you?
Do you know what? Full Moon.
Batman was on the Charity Live, wasn't
I
he?
know, but Full Moon's just won the internet. He says, "No, I'm an honest angel straight from heaven." Full Moon, you've just won the internet, darling. Cheers.
It's such a crawler.
No, but you're absolutely right there saying that.
To be fair, though, you are
That's
honest
what
as
you
fuck.
are. Because I think my past is what's made me a little bit more strong. Or well, no, Gail made me a bit more stronger actually. But the past is what made me the smiley person I am. You know, to fight it and be better. And then Gail helped me with my backbone.
But you know, it's not about
dragged you off the
not
fence.
about that. It's, you know, I think we all help each other at different times, don't we? Because, you know, there's times when you help me and there's times I'm honest, and I'm honest to the point where I'm brutal, you know, and I never used to be like that. I was always somebody who was a people pleaser, and I would shy away from confrontation or shy away from anything like that. But Zan, you know, when I met Zan, he really boosted my confidence and kind of brought that side out of me to just believe in me and believe in what I thought and what I felt. I don't try and put it onto other people, but
Candy.
I'm very
The
much
thing
honest.
is,
And
the
I
thing
think
is,
people, you know how to take me, right? Because I'll tell you straight. And if you don't like it, that's absolutely fine. You know, come and talk to me and we'll communicate like adults. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying that what I'm saying is always right, but I just...
there's a massive difference between honesty and pure nastiness.
Yes.
There's a lot of people get that mixed up.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people get that mixed up, right? Now, honesty to the point where you're brutal is probably still honesty with you, right? Because I'd like to think that I know a bit more of you now than what I did before, right? And I don't think you would be nasty, right?
Definitely intentionally
Definitely
nasty.
I genuinely don't think you would intentionally be nasty after speaking to you the last few days. There's a lot of people out there that go out of their way to be pure nasty and
Yes.
Absolutely,
and put it out there as honesty.
That's a whole different ballgame.
Aye, it is.
Yeah. But it's the mixing up of in between that they just don't get. I think they genuinely think that they're being nice by being honest, but they're not.
No.
Tandy's just said it, right? So Tandy's my vape wife, right? Tandy has been my vape wife for forever, right? So she's just said it because she knows me just as well as my bitches. That I'm all love.
Happy birthday, Batman.
I could hug you, I'd rather hug you, and that's all right. Oh, happy birthday, yes. Happy birthday. Thank you for joining us. That's 2 birthdays in here tonight. Tony's birthday.
Tony and Batman. So happy birthday to both of you.
And it's my Stevie's stepmom's birthday tomorrow.
Is it?
Yeah, Christmas Eve, baby. She was.
I would hate having a birthday so close to Christmas, you know.
Well, do you know, because you said that Pud Puffs.
It's fucking November.
Pud's Mrs. Fiona. It's her birthday, Boxing Day.
It is, Boxing Day.
No.
And it was
Did I
at
tell you-
Lisa's last week, my niece.
Did I tell you guys what Tony nearly did?
No, tell us.
Christmas, I nearly got to buy him the best, like, one present for 3 things ever.
Have shit.
Birthday
Sorry.
today, Christmas in 2 days, and he was meant to be getting married 2 days after Christmas.
Right.
So I could have bought him one present to cover all, and then he had to move it because of lockdown.
Oh my god.
That could have been perfect. I don't need
Hey,
to.
John, welcome in.
Hiya.
Yeah, but you know, I think the vape community in itself, and I don't know if you'll agree with me, but I think over the last kind of 4 or 5 months, the vape community has become a lot more tight knit again, and more positive is what I would want to say. Do you know what I mean? Rather than, but because we went through a few months there, didn't we, at the beginning of the year, and it was all a lot of bullshit. It was all so much negativity and argy-bargy and nonsense, you know. And I think over this last 6 months, and I don't know if that's the lockdown has played a big part in that, because people are more at home and more involved online. But I think it's been pretty good this last wee while.
It has. It's been
For the
great.
noises.
It's been
I
nice to
can't-
be part of.
I can't fault the vaping community. I love the vaping community. Love them. Honest.
I'm exactly the same. I think, you know, it's coming up on 6 years since I stopped smoking, and it was, I think, only about a month or so after I stopped smoking that I actually realised there was a whole online community. And finding that, I've met some of the most amazing people that I could ever hope to have in my life. See all these people that say you can't pick your family. I call bullshit on that one, because I think I've picked a damn good family to be a part of. I wouldn't be sitting right here right now if it hadn't have been for the vape community, because I never would have met him.
Yeah.
If I'm honest, if the vape community was the internet, you would have just won the internet.
Yeah. Well, I've got
100%.
I've got Gail and Zan and Jules and Stevie, 4 of the best friends that you could ever hope to have.
Yeah. Isn't it crazy to think that if you hadn't have quit smoking, you wouldn't have met all of these friends?
Yeah, because you wouldn't be talking about
Massive.
what cigarette brand you was on, would you? And, oh, this one, you know, I can suck this one this way and it makes clap. You just won't work.
Yeah, but Irish, you're a dick that we like. There's a
And we love
difference.
Irish. And
I
was-
love Irish, honestly.
And-
It comes into my Twitch streams as well. It comes into my Twitch streams as well. And there's one thing he says every now and again that he's going on about, like being a troll and I'm a dick and all this. He's not a dick. He's genuinely not. I love him, me. I think he's fucking hilarious. He knows when piss taking fits, right? He knows exactly when piss taking fits.
He can read the room.
He never ever crosses the line. Ever.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Ever.
Ever takes it too
He
far.
says things that are close to the knuckle.
Very
Granted,
close.
right? He says things that are very close to the knuckle, but he never ever crosses that line. And I guarantee if someone messaged him and said, Irish, you've gone a bit too far there, mate.
Sorry, Tom.
He would not do it.
Oh, sorry to
100%.
hear that, Tomac. I'm really sorry.
He's talking about Les.
Talking about Les.
Yeah.
It's a rough time, you know. I mean, but Christmas, if you get your family and you've got all these things, you know, it's a rough time for a lot of people. You know, people forget that it's not all the traditional stuff, and it's not all the Hallmark movie shit. Do you know what I mean? It can be a really, really hard time for people. So, yeah, I feel your pain there, Tomac, having just lost my brother. It's been a rough year. So,
it's horrible.
Just know you're not alone, pal. You're not alone.
No, definitely not.
Can I just go back to the smoking thing? Also, I was an antisocial smoker. Now, some people are social smokers. I didn't like to smoke with other people because I never liked the smell of cigarettes, which was weird. Because I'd have a vape. You could ask Stevie, because I was still smoking after he quit. I'd smoke a cigarette, finish it. I'd have to spray perfume or something all over because I didn't like to smell it on me. I'd have to suck a mouthful of mints because I didn't like the aftertaste in my mouth, and my hands had to be clean, sanitized, and whatever because I couldn't bear the smell of cigarettes on my hands. So, because he used to say to me, "Why do you smoke?" So I'd only have a few puffs and then put it out because I didn't like the smell, but I craved the nicotine still.
It's that habit thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So vaping suits me absolutely brilliant.
Well, as you know, I tried to stop. I mean, this year I stopped taking the nicotine. I went to zero nic. Until Zan and the children begged me to fucking go back on the nicotine. I was a real bitch. Do you know that way? But I can quite easily and honestly say vaping has saved my life. It has saved my life.
Yeah,
You know what's weird with me?
He won't let me show it.
I was
me show it either.
A heavy smoker, and then I stopped. And I was stopped for about a year and a half before I started vaping. And that was totally because if you go out in the piss for the lads and stuff like that, do you know what I mean? People will turn around and say, "Oh, I'm going out for a fag." And you sat there on your own. You're like, what the fuck's this all about? Do you know what I mean?
But I'd rather be on my own than with people who are smoking.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. I was a social smoker.
Right.
Oh, I was just a total smoker, whether it was online or a fucking social.
No, I like.
They don't even look at me in the morning until I've had 5 cups of coffee and 10 fags.
Well, I was the same. I went from.
Kira's a bit like that. Kira's a bit like that. Kira, you don't talk to Kira on a morning until she's had 18 coffees, and then 18 more.
Sometimes
He will tell you what I'm like. She walks into her room whenever it's, first thing in the morning. Gail will walk into her room. She'll set a coffee down on the bedside table for me, and she'll back out of the room slowly and not utter a word.
I back out. I don't turn my back to her because you never know what to fucking expect. So I back out the room and close the door quietly until she's.
I am such a grumpy.
But you're like that, Gail, aren't you? In the morning,
terrible. Yeah. Because I mean, Jules and Stevie have like arrived here, and I've got out of my bed to come and see them, and they've been sitting in the living room, and I've fucking growled. I've growled at them.
Yeah, right. I was working at Kira's mum's house.
Coffee.
Right? Oh, look at Kira putting her head down.
Yeah,
putting her head down. I was working at Kira's mum's house for a while. I did a lot of work in her mum's house, right? And Kira came down to stay for a couple of days.
A week.
Yeah, wait, a couple of days, a week, same thing. But
eyes rolling.
I turned up one morning, right? And I turned up about 8:30 in the morning and walked in the house. Our mum was up like making coffees for us and stuff like that, making sure I was all right. And Kira comes storming down the stairs, honestly, like a pissed off teenager, right? She comes storming down the stairs, right? Sat herself on the kitchen floor against the dishwasher. You remember it, can't you, Kira? Yeah. Yeah. Sat herself against the dishwasher, and I went, "Hey, Kira, you all right? Fuck off."
No, they're just right. You're angry, you right? You see,
I've never felt hatred like I felt hatred that day.
No, honestly, no, I get it.
Brave. He came and stood next to me, and he kept testing to see how long it took for Kira to be warm to him again. So the next day, he turns up to work at my mum's house, and he's in the bathroom trying to pull tiles off of the wall and saw through something with an electric sawy thing, I don't know, right? And he's there going, bang, shh, 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 right?
I was just, because I've got Tourette's, right? I was shushing me tools. Honest, I swear to God, I was shushing me tools.
He was bang, crash, shh, shh, shh. I come out the fucking bedroom and he goes, "You all right, Kira?" Oh, you fucking idiot.
Listen, I get it. And it's not anything personal. Do you know what I mean? Jules will tell you. Jules is dead happy in the morning.
I am. I wake up going,
ding. Yeah, and I love her and adore her, right? But see, if she fucking phones me in the morning and she's all fucking chirpy fucking shit, I'm like, no, get yourself to fuck.
I don't understand these people that can be happy in the morning.
No, because see, if you talk to me too soon, I'm in a cunty mood for the whole day.
And I can't help it. I am a very happy person. And I don't drink coffee.
I know.
Don't drink coffee, don't drink tea.
Just leave me alone and I'll come round, and when I'm ready to talk to you, I'll talk to you. The guys will tell you as well.
Let me have my nicotine, and when I feel like I am within the land of the rest of the living people, then I will come and talk to you. Until then, please leave me alone.
See, I didn't get that for a long time. I didn't understand that feeling. I never understood when Gail used to be, because I've done it to her, I've turned up at her house in the morning. And it took me a while to understand that she really isn't a morning person.
Really not.
Really isn't. And I've said hello to her and she growls.
I growl.
That really does.
And
it really does growl.
And it's like, what the flying fuck was that? You know what I mean? Because I just wake up, my eyes open, and I'm like, ding.
Because Jules and Stevie were sitting in the living room one morning, and Zan was sitting with them, and I had just got up, and I was like, I can't even deal until I've had a cup of coffee and a vape. So I went through to the kitchen and walked past them to get my coffee while I was vaping. And she was like, "Morning, babe." And I just...
I do that. John says you growl.
That's exactly what Kira did to me.
She actually growls.
I don't mean anything by it. Do you know what I mean? I really don't. It's just like...
Kira did. I could see it in her eyes.
Night Viking and Merry
Kira meant it. Kira meant fuck off, or I'm going to fucking eat your face.
Do you know, see, when the first expo we ever went to, the first expo we ever went to, and do you know, Gary's in chat, he'll tell you as well, because Gary and Vic came down with us in the car, and Noel, and we all stayed at a different premiere inn.
Who's got tits? Not me. I have got tits, I'm lying.
On the bitches. You're allowed to have tits.
Yes, tits rule the world.
Beautiful tits they are.
Am I an honorary bitch now?
Oh, you are. You've got the tits to rule the world.
Of course.
Yes.
You jiggle the tits for Tandy, so that automatically makes you an honorary bitch.
I
So
know.
uh,
No, when we're at Expo, I go out in the morning and I have my
Number two's
coffee and my vape, and I stand away from everybody. And 9 times out of 10, it's Bunny or Vic come over and they say, or Jules will do it as well now. Is it safe yet? And I'll go, or no.
I promise you,
And
next
then
expo that I see you stood out there having a coffee and a vape, I'm going to come over. Are you ready yet?
And you'll be told,
Promise.
Just be careful.
I can usually tell by looking at Gail if she's ready or not, because I have the same sort of resting bitch face as she does. So when I see her first thing in the morning, it's like looking in a mirror. It's frightening. Yeah.
I know that I do it, and I've tried and tried and tried to stop. I just can't.
I grunt. That's it. I just grunt at people.
You grunt, she growls.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Wake me up and I'll be like, ah.
The thing is, once I was awake, Jules, didn't I come and give you a cuddle and say, morning, babe? Once I was awake and I was fine. But don't fucking talk to me till I'm at that point.
I'm like confetti and fucking tinsels when I open my eyes.
Oh no,
That's why I'm glad the rooms in the Premier Inn have their own coffee making facilities, because the minute my eyes are open, I have a coffee before I even leave the room to go for a vape. Because I am just so cantankerous.
Yeah, Mike just laughs at the resting bitch faces the same as Zan. He just looks at me and laughs.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I need a gallon of coffee before I can even think about getting up.
I love that village.
It's like, give us some morning so we can film Gail beating the living daylights out of you.
Sound, mate. Sound. I tell you what, if you give me your room number, I'll come wake you up before I do it.
Yeah, Liz, exactly. See, Liz has got it. You see, Gail, you check the face to see if it's safe to hug me.
See, that's where I was.
I'll hug you to death when I'm ready to give you a hug and I'm happy and I'm all the rest of it, but don't fucking come near me before that point.
I promise you now, I'm going to come over and say, are you ready now, Gail?
Make sure
I promise. Honestly.
You're fucking brave.
I swear to God, I am. I'm brave as fuck. I don't give a fuck. She can kick fuck out of us.
You know I used to play rugby, Sean, don't you?
You know what?
You know I used to play rugby for Scotland.
I'm not bothered. Rugby tackling
you know,
would be fucking hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. You rugby tackle me. If I'm honest, I'll be more disappointed if you turn around and say, yes, Sean, I'm sound. I'm sound now.
Really deflated.
If you rugby tackle me, I'll be like, fucking hell, this is awesome.
I doubt very much whether you'll get a yes, good morning from me. If you're coming into my space.
If you got to stay away.
I won't come into your space. It'll be 2 meters. Socially distanced and all that shit.
Socially distanced, yeah.
No, if she stood on her own, literally, if she stood on her own, that means stay away. She's not ready for people. Same as Bunny, you know, they can be stood outside, but they're completely apart. Stay
That's
fucking
what
away.
I was like at Expo. I'd come down like October, obviously freezing. I was still in my pajamas, had my hoodie on, and I'd check to see if anyone was outside and be like, sound, I could go vape by myself now. In the morning, and you just like.
I've got to be honest. I'm only joking. I don't like people. I don't. I hate Tesco. I hate shopping centres and all that. Me and Zan spoke about this earlier. Honest, I can't stand shopping centres and shit like that.
Yeah.
I'll run in and run out. That's it.
Exactly. The amount of times Mike get told he was going to get booted in the boys. Every time he came near me, I was like, I'm going to fucking kick you in the boys. Fuck off.
I think you owe him several boots in the balls anyway for all the yawning he does.
He's top of the hit list at the moment.
Yeah.
Triggers you, doesn't he? With your yawns.
But you know, it's just part of who I am, and do you know what I mean? It's just part of who I am. We're all tolerated for something, eh?
If anyone catches someone at the wrong moment, they're going to get hell on. That's what happens, isn't it?
Yeah. And that everybody's susceptible to being like that.
Of course they are.
Just depends on when you've caught them.
Yeah.
And what mood they're in at that particular time.
100%.
So we're a wonderful community, so long as you don't speak to us first thing in the morning, before we've had 18 cups of coffee, before we've had a vape, before we've had our lunch, before we've had our dinner. So you have to find that little slot just in between, and the community is fucking wonderful.
And after 10:30, when everyone's had fucking litres of vodka and shit like that.
That's all right. That's party central then. We're happy with that. That's all right.
So basically, we're a wonderful community.
It might not be for them, though.
Cheers and Merry Christmas.
Oh, the epic piss ups at the premiere end are fucking brilliant, though.
Oh, I tell you honest, if I'm honest, that's one of the reasons the Misfits was started, because of that, because of the community and the way.
Such a big part.
It's phenomenal, honestly. I've been involved in all sorts, right, and I've never been involved in anything like this ever in my life. And
that's fantastic.
It can be. It can be great. It can be really, really good. Don't get me wrong, there can be bad times as well, but that's life in general, isn't it? With anything that you're involved in, any group, or just life in general, good and bad, you get.
I think it's like anywhere else, in it. There's a lot of shit slinging goes on, left, right, and centre, wherever you go.
Yes.
Whether it's the vape community,
pussyfooting about, right, and let's stop tiptoeing around it. Let's just fucking address it, okay? So we're talking about all the drama and all this division in the vape community and all this crap, right? So we refer to it now and again, but it's caused a lot of damage, not just to the vape community, but to people's own.
It's caused damage to individuals.
Yeah, your own mental well-being.
It's caused damage to individuals. That honestly.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff that's been mud that has been slung, especially this past year, has been absolutely deplorable. And the people slinging that mud should be highly ashamed of themselves.
I'll tell you what's worse is when you get
absolutely disgusting.
You get new reviewers coming out, right? You get new reviewers coming out. They haven't got a clue where they sit in this community, and you're getting grief.
Yeah, because you don't sit
through email
fence.
Because you don't sit in a certain fence. Sit on one side of the certain fence.
It's
ridiculous. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's phenomenal.
There shouldn't
absolutely
be
phenomenal.
We're all here for the same reason. We're all here because we have found a way of staying off cigarettes that works for us, and we're all here because we enjoy what we do and we want to try and pass that knowledge on to other people and maybe potentially help other people quit smoking, or in the case of the Misfits, help people to, you know, deal with other things that are going on in their lives. We're all here for the same reasons, and we should all be, you know, we should be helping each other out and supporting each other instead of causing divides, causing arguments, being an absolute fuckwit and slabbering and just causing misery for people. It doesn't get you anywhere.
Gary's right. Gary's saying the drama drove a lot of people away, and it did. You're absolutely right, Gary, you know.
And you can't do right for wrong sometimes. Like you said, if you sitting on the wrong side of the fence. Well, I spent a lot of time sitting on the fucking fence.
I don't think there's a wrong side of the fence.
Criticised for doing that.
I genuinely don't think there's a wrong side of the fence.
There isn't, because you can't.
I think there's a side of the fence where you fit.
Yes.
And there shouldn't be shit slung from the other side of the fence just because you fit into the other side of the fence. Doesn't fucking matter. You know what I mean? There's always going to be a fence there. There's always going to be a fence.
Absolutely. No matter
100%.
No matter what community or what part of society you're in, that is the way, that is society, that is sociological life.
Yeah.
Right? So it doesn't matter, you know, and for me personally, my opinion is that, you know, and I've been involved in some of this drama, I put my hands up to it, do you know what I mean? I've been involved, and a lot of the time I've been dragged into it when I've not wanted to be involved.
Because you were defending your side of the fence law.
Yeah, but you know, that way it's like, there's a lot of, as far as I'm concerned, I don't come on and do the bitches or be part of this vape community to get involved in mudslinging or belittling people or making people feel shit about themselves. I come on here because I really enjoy vaping as a hobby. I have made best friends out of this community. I love coming on and doing this show. Do you know what I mean? And I love, you know, being part of the community. We've made such good friends. That's why I do it. And as far as I'm concerned, if people who don't like me, that's absolutely fine. You're well within your rights and have every right to not like me. But if you don't like me, just fuck off over there and fuck off and go and do your own thing. Because I'll be ignoring you and I'll be ignoring me. And we can be adults and just do our own thing.
Candy has just hit the nail right on the head, Gail.
It's all a lot of fucking childish bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope it doesn't come back. I hope it doesn't come back, because we did make the point that the last 5-6 months has been really drama-free and it's been really good. And I hope that that's the way that the community stays.
I do. But if it happens, it happens. At the end of the day, we deal with it, don't we? We're adults.
Mm-hmm. We'll just get fucking pissed and have a party.
Aye.
I think it's the reaction that counts, in it.
Yeah.
It's the reaction that counts. You know what I mean? If you're going to react to bullshit, then bullshit's going to continue to get thrown at you.
Sometimes you can't help but to react after so long when you've had the
I agree.
continuously. You've got to stand up for yourself and say, oh, that's enough.
Yeah, I agree, but is it making a difference to you? No, it's not.
No, it's not. Sometimes it makes you feel that little bit better by being able to physically stand up and say, I'm not having this. This is what you're doing to me, and I'm not having it.
But the thing is, as well, you've got to recognise as well in the particular set of circumstances that we're in, because we're doing it on social media. You know, and chatters, you know, people that come in and they chat, and like I'm chatting in other shows and things. You feel that you really get to know these people, you know, even when you haven't met them in person. So you feel that you know everything, and that's not always the case. There is a lot of things that go on in the background, and a lot of jibes and a lot of things that happen that maybe viewers and subscribers and that.
I think there's probably more than a lot, isn't there?
Oh yeah.
There's probably more than a lot.
So sometimes it might seem like it's just a couple of things have been said and then somebody's reacting, but that's not always the case. Sometimes they've been pushed to the point where they've got to.
Kevin
Smith just said, I set astride the fence, never liked sides. Just come in, thought Gail was topless and Bunny has a bra on her head. Need my tablets changed.
Tomac, absolutely, darling. I agree with you.
It does. Actions cause reactions.
Yeah.
Hi, Mom.
When you sit back and you see some people's reactions to actions, and you look at yourself, you always have to look at yourself, you know, and I think it's safe to say we're all part of this community, whether we like it or not, you know. But that also being said, I can hand on heart say that this year I've narrowed my circle and moved certain people and situations out of that. And I've welcomed other people in, and I've humbled myself to apologising to some people that I've needed to apologise to, and I've opened myself up to other people so that they've had the opportunity to get to know me on a more personal level. You know, and I think that's where it counts.
And that's scary.
100%.
That's scary to do that. You know, you make yourself vulnerable doing that.
And that's jumping into the positive, isn't it? It's jumping into the positive of it.
Yeah.
If you can turn around to someone and talk to them and say, look, you know, why talk to someone that you dislike by slinging shit and firing shite at
yourself
them
to get to
when
know
when you could get to know someone that you maybe didn't dislike, but you maybe sort shit out.
Well, if you dislike someone that much, then just back off. You don't need to be in their space. They don't need to be in yours. Don't watch their shit. Then the dislike's gone because you don't see them.
Just humble yourself, because at the end of the day, if you're not keen on someone or don't like them or whatever, remove yourself from your headspace and humble yourself into their space and get to know them on a different level, and then see where you stand and how you feel.
Then you're making an informed opinion.
I love what Vapeheads
It's
said.
all about knowledge.
I love what Vapeheads has said.
We just like to say we are happy to be be the gate in the fence. If anyone can climb over the electric fence, if anyone can't, climb over. That's a good
nice, Sean. Nice.
Definitely.
Anyway, guys, that is an hour and a half we have done. So
I know.
We'll wrap it up. So, Bunny.
I flew over that.
It was a really good one.
Yeah, I do have one request.
Go on then, darling.
I thought you were going to ask a certain question because I've answered it before and none of these have.
Oh!
Yes, the most important question ever.
Not really. I'm just nosy and want to know.
Jane's already answered this one. Sean, where the fuck do you think you're going?
Get your ass back here.
Sorry.
Jane's already answered.
I thought I could hide.
Jane's already answered this one, so she doesn't need to. We already know Jane's answer.
Fuck off, Jen.
But for Kira, for Matt, and for Sean,
let's hear it.
He's porn star or Manscaped?
Come on, are you a griller in a song? Come on, want to know.
Or Vajazzle.
Yeah.
Everybody who comes on the bitches gets asked this question: are you 70s porn star or are you manscaped or
Right, hang on. You need
Mega
to
Minds
explain
like
the difference. You need to
Right.
explain the difference.
Mine's
Are
between
you
a man
seventies-
shaved? Are you shaved clear, nice and clean down below, round your little man?
I find it quite
That's a
offending
little
that you've
baby
said
jokes.
nice and
And
clean.
it's manscaped.
Are you trimmed?
What if I'm not clean? Does that make me not nice?
No, shaved clean as in clear. Are you trimmed so it's just tidy? Or are you like a gorilla in a thong?
I love this. I've got my sibling in
Just
chat.
letting it hang
going,
out.
don't want to know. Don't answer, Kira.
We want to know. We
I
want
had
to know
my sibling
this.
in chat when I answered.
That's
Oh,
okay. That's
Everybody
okay.
that comes on the bitches gets
I
asked
take
this.
care of mine because I can't stand body hair.
I'm
Give it
trimmed.
up.
Good
Get
girl.
up.
Mine is
Did you
trimmed.
say you're trained?
I said I
Trained.
take care.
Oh, they said trained. It's like
You
straighteners
can't
and all that
fucking-
shit.
You can't say
Straighteners
that.
and fucking hairspray, curls.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Come on, Mark.
Tolmac said Grizzly's name says it all.
Yeah, I'm wondering. Yeah.
nice one, Alan. And Stevie says, I'm telling Mom, stop.
You can tell her all you like, Steve.
I'll be honest, I'm 70s porn star. I'll let the growth fucking grow.
So you're a gorilla in a thong.
Yeah, I couldn't give a fuck.
And what about you, Matt?
Trimmed.
Your trip. So we've got three who do.
It's a matter
one
with
of
you, mate.
each.
Just be yourself. Have you ever heard that?
I
That
take
is
pride
being-
in
that is
myself.
being yourself because that's what you're comfortable with when you think about it. Some people are comfortable trimmed. Some people like to be like a gorilla in a thong, grizzly. Some people like to be.
All right, I didn't like your tone of voice there.
gorilla in a thong. And Liz, our beautiful Liz, she's got dreadlocks.
Yeah.
Yep,
Nothing
Liz
wrong
is,
with that.
Liz is Mingosaurus.
You know what I mean?
Gary
Gary.
trimmed just one side just to be different.
Oh, Gary, I
I
thought
couldn't
you went
do
for
that.
the
I'd feel wonky.
I always thought Gary went for the landing strip, but
Dave, it's years since I
Nah.
saw my boys, never mind fucking shaving them.
I'm going to explain that because you just brought it up, Bunny. The reason why I decided clean shaven, I used to have the landscape, the landing strip, and once I misshaved, and I was wonky.
Was everyone landing in there?
And because I was wonky, I had to take it all off, and I thought, hey, hold on a minute, that's so much easier. So I'm clean shaven now.
Yeah.
Because the landing strip.
Zan's about to faint. Can we move on? He can't cope and he's purple right now. So
I love Zan, me. He probably
No.
puts his foot down at times, doesn't he, Zan?
I know he's like,
Yeah, he
okay,
does.
right, that's it. Move on.
I would just like to
It's
say
fucking brilliant.
that with our Sean, we all love Sean, right?
We do.
We've got our own little family over there, and it's
You're gonna
brilliant,
make me
right?
cry.
But no, you're like the big brother I never got.
No,
right?
he's the big boss man.
You know, yes, boss
Fuck
man,
off.
sir. Fuck off, right? But I've seen Sean with a nail file and what he does to himself. I don't think I'd trust him with a razor or a pair of scissors, and I think that's why he's got a beard.
Oh,
A nail file?
I
We were at
will.
my mum's, and you had a nail file.
Oh, shit.
move your bumpy bits
Oh,
out.
I
shit.
did. I actually did. I actually did.
Oh shit.
I was buffing my nails and shit. I was.
Nothing wrong with that.
It was that, weren't it, Sean?
I'm so
I
made.
didn't realise anyone was watching. How long were you there?
This has been
You
a
dodgy
cracking
bastard.
show. Time has flown away with us, hasn't it?
It has.
Yeah.
Really has flown away
On
with
that
us.
note- On that note, I think we'll maybe knock it in the head there. So we'll go around the room and say our goodbyes. But I'll make a start on this. I want to thank the Misfits for joining us tonight. It has been an absolute blast, guys. We
Anytime.
definitely have to do this again. It's been so
Yes.
much fun.
I can't do all that piss shit. So here's
I can't either.
Yes.
Jenny,
Yeah.
love you
The
guys.
circle.
Your hair's looking
Circle.
fantastic, by the way.
You wonky
Kira.
bastard.
Honorary bitch for life, definitely. I love you. Oh, I so can't wait for the next Misfit show because your peeves of the week are absolutely fucking amazing. And then, of course, Matt and Grizzly, you guys are just absolutely amazing. And thank you so much for joining us. It's been an absolute blast. So I will pass it over to Sean to say his goodbyes.
Nightmare. Why me?
Because your name
Because
came up.
I can.
No, I've been Grizzly Vapes, and I love these guys, all of them. I love everyone. I've had a bottle of wine. I love everyone. Do you know what I mean? If we were together, I'd be hugging you all.
Oh, I'd love a hug.
We like hugs. We like hugs.
Yeah, we like hugs.
Obviously, I'm Grizzly Vapes. If you want to see more of us, come over, see us on the Vaping Misfits channel. I don't know if anyone's dropped the link in chat. Whatever.
Can't.
Doesn't matter. Only go over there. Only go over there and sub if you're interested in learning about mental health and things like that.
Or go to Sean's chat about it.
Yeah. Or chat a bit. Yeah. Swipe right, guys. Swipe right.
Is that what?
I'm fit. I'm fit. Look at my beard. It's beautiful.
I know, Village, you're never going to live that down.
There you go. Dan has pinned the Misfits link at the top of the chat.
Yeah, go over.
Get over there.
Anyone who's struggling, and obviously we have Discords and stuff like that. We also have a Vaping Misfits Facebook page. Jump on there. The link to the Discord is on there. You know, get yourself over there. If you're ever struggling, time or day or night, there's always someone there to answer your message. So just give us a shout. Never ever struggle alone.
And you don't have to struggle, do you, to be a part of the Misfits? Remember,
no,
guys,
not at all.
To get over there,
even if you just want to learn about mental health.
Yeah.
You know, get over there if you want. And that's me. I'll pass it to Gail.
Oh, okay.
Ah, fuck you. You weren't expecting that, were
you? Anyway, no, as Bunny said, thank you guys so much for coming on. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on. I mean, we've had Jenny on, we've had Kira on as honorary bitches, so it's actually really nice now that we can call Sean and Matt.
But seriously, am I an honorary bitch with my tits?
Yeah, oh God, yeah, with them babies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sean, you can be my bitch anytime you want.
Can you put it out on your Facebook page, please?
Look at that cleavage!
Look at that! Look at that!
So thank you so much for coming on. It's absolutely, I think what you do is absolutely amazing. Yeah, and just to have a wee lighter note to it. It is Christmas, it is New Year. We know it's hard for some people, but try and think positive, guys. Try and just, put yourself out there a wee bit more than you maybe wouldn't naturally, and you'll be amazed at what comes to you when you have a wee bit of positive thinking about you. So I love you all, and I shall see you all hopefully between Christmas and New Year, or after New Year, or whenever I come out of my drunken haze. Bye. Passing it off to Matt.
Hey, Fran.
I ain't got a lot to say, but thank you very much for having us on. Come over to the Misfits, even if it's to pick some mental health up, because you'll probably leave with some.
Or even if it's to sign us up to chat a bit.
Yeah.
Feel free.
Or to go and pervert Sean. But most of all, show a bit of love to each other and have a good Christmas. I know it's going to be a hard one for a lot of people this year, so yeah. Try and take care, and if you're not heard from people, give them a call. Show them a bit of love.
Absolutely.
And I shall hand it over to Kira.
Oh, shit. You lot have all said all the bits I normally say. I don't get to have my ramble like normal. Jules, tell them they took my ramble off me.
Don't take her bloody ramble off her.
Sorry.
Bad people.
Sod it, I'm going to do it anyway.
Get in there.
Thank you, bitches, for having all of us this time and not just like, Kira, get on now. Right? So, yeah, thanks for that. And as Sean said before, there is the Misfits Facebook group, there is the Misfits Discord, there is also another Discord in case you are a complete night owl, which is an advocate for liberty, mind, body and soul. There we go. I found it in the end. Don't you worry about that. And you can always go and sub if you're not sick to the back teeth of us on the Vaping Misfits YouTube channel. That is live every Sunday, but not at the minute because it's Grimbo at 9:30. But if you're really bored for something to watch over Christmas, you can go and look at my YouTube channel, which is Key Reviews. And don't forget, you've also got Jules Mama Vapes as well, and the bitches. So if you're not subbed to any of them, go and sub. Yay! And remember, it's all right to be a Fruit Loop in a world full of Cheerios. Merry Christmas!
Not worthy. Tell you. Awesome.
Right, who are you passing it off to?
I'm going to pass it off to Jules.
Yeah, Jules, follow that.
Well, I'm going to make mine really, really short and sweet. Thank you, Misfits. It's been a fucking blast. Time's gone. My bitches, you know, I love you. I love you. Chat, amazing people. Thank you for all your support. I'm on live tomorrow on my channel with my hubby for our Christmas goodbye. And we've got a couple of giveaways going on as well. So, sorry, not giveaways. We're not allowed to say that.
Giving ceremony.
Free shit.
Free shitty things. So come and join us for that. And
Is there karaoke?
it's the cap if you want me to fucking sing and everyone leave, yeah. But you know what? Merry Christmas to everyone. Happy New Year. And if you do need support, reach out. If it's not to the bitches or the Misfits, there's the Samaritans was put up. Just reach out. Okay? Love you all. Mwah. And I will pass it over to the lovely Jen.
Can I say one thing quick?
No.
Because I've just noticed someone in chat. Trev, I hope you're well, mate. I hope you're well. I really do. Honestly.
Thanks. Trev comes in and supports us as well, and he's
I really hope
support.
he's well, because
He's
he
a
was
great
in our chat the other day. Honest, I hope you're well, mate.
Yeah.
And remember, any of our inboxes are always open.
Yeah, and he
Can
always.
you read what Kev Smith's just put down?
Hi, DeMillan.
Right, go, Jenny.
Go, Jenny, go.
I'm absolutely crap at goodbyes. We all know this. So I'm going to say thank you for letting all of us on again, because like I really enjoy being here. It's been a proper laugh.
Being
I'm
awesome.
absolutely knackered, but it's a laugh. And I was like made up as soon as I got a message to say like coming on the bitches. I was like, yes. I was like, I need to get home now. So yeah, I'm made up to see you all again. And like I can't wait for us to all like hang out at an expo together and have a laugh and have a drink and
Yeah, do all this shit in person.
Yeah.
it's going to be brilliant. Thank you for everyone turning up in chat to see the wonderful bitch fits.
Yes, I love that. Bitch fits.
Yeah.
Class.
There's
I
my
have to do this more often and call it the bitch fits.
We will have to. So virtual.
It's better than message.
That's very true.
Virtual hugs to everyone. Tandy boobs.
Yeah.
I think everyone's
Yeah,
happy.
you know
Tandy
it.
boobs.
Need
Virtual
to
hugs to
kill
everyone
Irish.
else.
I will sign us out just by saying, once again, thank you everybody for joining us. I hope you all have a very happy, a very safe Christmas and New Year, whatever way you decide to celebrate it. Just may all your blessings come true. Stay safe, everyone, and we will be back. I think 8th of January, the bitches will be back. So have a fantastic Christmas, New Year, stay safe, and we love you all loads. And thank you all for your never-ending support. We will see you all.
Thank you, Zan, for doing everything.
Love you, husband.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
That
Zan,
one's a
Bye,
vagina.
everyone.
Zan,
I'm doing a vagina. I'm doing a
Oh,
vagina.
look, that's easy, Sean. I'm copying. That's easy.
Yeah, crack on. Oh, Gil, let's do our vaginas.
Right, look at
Fuck
the
it.
go. Wife, that's just for you.
Love to everyone.